When we had last left the Sentinel, they finally rendezvoused back with the UC, or back with, I should say, not the UC specifically, but Hadrian Sanan specifically, who revealed much about her intriguing origins. And so they made way to have an audience with the President of the United Colonies and her cabinet. And it was in the middle of all that, as they were requesting help with the terramorph problem, that terramorphs indeed attacked the spaceport. And thankfully, with the Sentinels' unquenchable valor and thirst for justice, were they able to rid the spaceport of terramorphs, among other things. Now it was time to go check out what they could do about accessing the Armistice Archives and perhaps looking into House Varun's little fun building. This is Starfield. Welcome back. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Now, also, apologies. Got to be a bit of a quicker one for this video because I already recorded on a Tuesday the IRL video and the Baldur's Gate 3 video, which normally go out on the same day. And unfortunately, I went massively overtime for both of those, right? So, unfortunately, it's just a matter of there's just not enough time in the fucking day, right? Those went overtime for pretty good reasons, hopefully, but apologies here in advance, right? Or I guess not in advance. Apologies right here, right now. And also, General Viewer at Drogist24 wrote in saying that with regards to our wanted trait, we should consider when we fast travel and leave places, we should always lift off our ship if we want more interactivity with the wanted trait. So we'll try and do that.
A Vanguard captain. Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. McIntyre. I need what I require. Oh my gosh, I never noticed. Holy shit, that's terrible. With these, like, future suits, the pant leg goes so far down. It's like a little jester's outfit. Oh, I do not like the... Oh my god, I never looked down here, and it's really wild. It's so bad, right? But bad in, like, the good kind of way, right? It's very, like, formal uniform in some sort of Federation of Planets planet that you would find in Star Trek, and they'd be wearing some ridiculous getup or whatever, right? It very much evokes that, which is true to form for the United Colonies, right? All right.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond.
Yes, thank you, Deputy McIntyre.
To make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yes, of course I know what they are. Oh, United Colonies native check as well. It's where the collective stashed all our best weapons technologies after the colony war.
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Do you think the Starborn in like a Starfield 2 or something, in some fashion where the Starfield timeline is moved forward, right? Do you think the Starborn would ever be a sufficient enough threat for them to open up the Armistice Archives and all of that, and start going back to Xeno warfare, start going back to mechs, junk like that, utilizing the neural implant that we worked with at Ryujin, you know? Do you think all of those may actually get developed and used as weapons of war in a version of the settled systems where they're under attack by the Starborn? More like openly, right? And it's less like cloak and dagger behind the scenes. It's more just like an open threat, right? And that's sort of the excuse that they use to pull them back out and to continue their development. Because true enough, what's really fascinating is that the Starborn don't seem to use these things, right? None of the Starborn have any interest in it, and it seemed... where do Starborn ships come from? Are Starborn ships also, like, moving across universes, you know? Like, how canon is it? I mean, it must be on some level, right? The real question is like, for instance, when the Emissary, when the Hunter, when the Sentinel jump universes, how's it work out that we're getting equipment, right? Because I was about to say, maybe the player character, the Sentinel, getting equipment, getting the Starborn suit, the Starship, maybe that's just a contrivance for video game play, right? And we just have to suspend our disbelief like, well, yeah, of course we get a little something, something. It's not canon that we get it, but we understand. However, other characters, right? Like the Hunter and the Sentinel, they always have their equipment with them. They have unique Starborn equipment. Where is it coming from? Right? Who is smithing it? Right? What is the point of origin of it? Huh. Yeah, and we definitely know that there are other Starborn in every universe. Right? As far as we can tell. Because sometimes they just land their ships and attack. Right? Very, very fascinating. Right? Yeah, very weird. Very interesting. Okay. I wonder, part of me wonders, is it an oversight or is there some big, like, is that some big sort of thing that we're supposed to catch and be like, yeah, how does that work? Right? When we travel through universes and all of that. How is it that we always have this assured? Right? But like I said, interesting that none of the Starborn seem to delve into Xeno warfare, seem to delve into Starborn-based mechs, you know? Very fascinating. You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack. No problem. I'm just going to need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal. Well, we have to say that. It sure doesn't sound easy. But can you tell me about these codes? Can we forge them? Yeah, let's torture them. Right, that feels very Vivictus, right? No problem. I'm just going to need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliff of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Let's go with House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the Armistice, Balmore stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. That actually sounds pretty promising. I'm sure he can be reasoned with. House Varun are people, just like us. No argument here. House Varun seem like nothing but a bunch of madmen.
They certainly come with a checkered past, but there's an additional wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the Armistice.
I'll track him down. You're just hoping we're not chasing a corpse. I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Okay. Sure. Should we handle this and then come back? Yeah, let's handle this and then come back. All right. Oh, no, I have to accept both. Okay. Gotcha. Hello?
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Yeah. Tell me about Radcliff of the Freestar.
The good Ambassador Radcliff. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
All right, tell me about these other tools then. No one can be that stubborn. New Atlantis was just attacked. I think you're underestimating how delightful I am. Tell me about the other tools.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Okay. I don't think I remember getting any of this information. What can you tell me about this staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Radcliff, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Any other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
All right, that's all I need for the moment on Radcliff.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliff. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
I want to do the local one, though, with House of Varun. I think we went the other way, though. I think we did take her suggestion first time we did this. Right? And I think when we went to meet with Radcliff, we got lucky on, like, persuasion checks or whatever. And we very easily got the like, go-ahead from Radcliff. I want to say that's the case. And here, obviously, I want to go around and do some sneaky, dirty shit. Right. Oh, I do actually have to do it? In order? Oh, fuck. I don't have a choice in it. All right. Well, shit, I guess that's why I remember doing it first. You have to. Okay. Sure. Well, let's head on over here. Good. Let's see, right over here.
That's why I bought the
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-
Over this way. Good, good, good.
You trying to make me look bad, Captain?
Take it easy, Simeon. Alright. At ease, Simeon, I should say. At ease, soldier. At ease.
You are a
Alright.
visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Thanks. Okay. Let's see here. Hello?
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you.
Let's do a hard save. Okay. Over here?
Terramorphs, as in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
I am Ambassador Evangeline Radcliff.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I'm here on behalf of the United Colonies. We need the Freestar Collective's help. Captain Lila, UC Vanguard, you and I need to talk, Ambassador. You seem like a lady who wants to stop more Terramorph attacks. Well, have I got a deal for you? Captain Lila, UC Vanguard, you and I need to talk, Ambassador.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terramorph data from the Armistice Archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
You heard correctly. We need access to the archives. You need to help us. Otherwise, any more deaths are on your hands. Nope. They sent me to beg. Please, please, pretty please. Let's be a little aggressive and hostile here, right? Feels very Victus to be hostile toward the Freestar, no? You need to help us. Otherwise, any more deaths are on your hands.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Oh, there's Starborn stuff here. I know what it is you want. Oversight. Monitors will observe all research. Now give me my code. Are you serious? There was just an attack on the city. You're really not going to help us? Say
No,
that.
Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all.
But can't you see we're trying to prevent the same thing here? More unnecessary deaths?
You have my answer. Now please take the hint.
You fucking Freestar Collective piece of shit. Fine, I'll just figure this out some other way.
I guess you will. Feel free to see yourself out.
Okay. Acquire the Freestar Collective archival code. Read FC Embassy security slate. Oh my gosh, we had quite a few options. Yeah, I think we just passed that persuasion check and very easily got it. Okay, speak to the staffer who we just saw earlier. Alright. Sure. Cameron Long, is it? Having a long day? I'm sure he loves that.
Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
You did get lucky. It was a war zone down there. Just doing my duty. I have a lot of respect for this city and its residents, unlike some people around here. Let's say that.
Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family, yeah. And she doesn't care for most of them either. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her.
You don't want to get shipped back to Aquila? Sounds like you could be doing more. A lot more. Like working with me. Lie. We're aware of your skills, Mr. Long. It's why the UC sent me to speak with you. I'll go check in with her. Thanks. Yeah, let's lie. Let's say that. It's why the UC sent me to speak with you.
You were sent for me? Huh, maybe... Let's go somewhere to talk.
Okay. Let's see, let's chow down on some food and drink real quick. Chocolate Labs, and... Let's see. More booze, great. Okay. Down over here. Very good. Isn't this like extremely close to the not the Armistice, but where the little machine is that we needed? Yeah, isn't it like right in there? Okay. Cameron?
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me?
We need help preventing more terramorph attacks, and we're not expecting the ambassador's support. Your file clearly states you're a top-notch diplomat. The UC wants the best working for them. I'm not at liberty to say. This came from the very top. Yeah, let's be a huge piece of shit. We don't care actually about the like livelihood of the Freestar Collective. You're just a means to an end. Your file clearly states you're a top-notch diplomat. The UC wants the very best working for them.
And what exactly would I be doing for the UC?
I need you to get me the ambassador's archival access code. I need to get access to her quarters without being seen. Can you get me access to the archival code machine? Can you give me access to the code machine?
The code machine? Only the ambassador's cleared for in there. Sorry.
Okay, well I just need access to her quarters without being seen.
Her quarters? Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services?
I've got 1,000 credits with your name on them. Lie. The diplomatic office will bring you on as an operative. Put your real talents to use. You know what? I need to clear something with my superiors. I'll be right back. Ooh, yeah, remember? If we have an alternate path, she wanted us to report there. Okay, yeah, I need to clear something with my superiors. I'll be right back.
Oh, alright. I'll be here.
Can I actually do that? Can I actually clear it? Okay. I mean, granted, they did give me some money, right? Let's find out. We should be able to fast travel back to the mast building. Let's see. There we are. and we'll check in with McIntyre.
I need to talk with you.
The fucking mysterious tracker. She is really good at tracking. It's gotta be said. Okay, open over here.
You're a professor? I hate it, man.
Okay, and then... let's see, Interstellar Affairs, wasn't it? I'm not sure if we actually have any room to maneuver here, given we don't have a quest marker, but maybe. Hey.
Welcome back. Everything going well with the ambassadors?
Shit, I don't think so. Tell me about Radcliff?
Official line is that you're to negotiate with her. Use your charm and personal narrative to sway her to our cause. My suggestion is to access the listening device in her quarters to get leverage on her and don't get caught doing it. She's also got a staff member that might be more sympathetic to helping us. Do with that information what you will.
Shit. Alright, nothing else.
Good luck then, Captain.
Okay. I think we just lied to the guy, right? Let's quick load back there. I think we just lied to him, right? I think we should just lie to him and say that we're building up all these promises. Okay. Over here.
I can get you into Radcliffe's office, but I need to know what I'm getting in return.
The diplomatic office will bring you on as an operative. Put your real talents to use.
Really? Okay, you've got yourself a deal. Okay, so...
okay.
There's a utility corridor that leads to the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here, the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Okay. Good. Read FC security or operative slate. Where is the operative slate at? Is it up in here? Sure. Right. Where is this security slate at? There's the maintenance. Can I open this freely? Yeah, we were just in here though. Is it back here? In the lunchroom? No. Okay. Out this way, no. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. Let's go check the upper level. Maybe even the lower level? Tablet. Okay. Nothing about security. Must be the upper floor. Or it might be inaccessible. Oh, look. Speaking of accessible. Am I free to enter here? Oh, nope. Trespassing. Ooh, okay. Okay, bud. Whoa, take it easy. Okay. Sure. Let's see. Let's go over this way. We'll have Simeon wait for us by the elevators, I think. Oh, there's a bathroom. Or a little... What is this, a holding cell? Yeah, ambassador prison cell. Okay.
Got some new orders for me?
Wait here for a sec.
Captain.
Okay. Now, did this dude screw off up here? No, he's still there. He's keeping watch big time. Okay. Looks like I can just get in. Oh, that did not work. I thought that was the maintenance, whatever. Oh, is this it? Yeah, utility access key. Okay. Sure. Where's this put me out at? Brown leather jumpsuit. Toilet zone. Okay. Free meds and stuff. Cred stick. Let's see. We'll do an auto slot there and pop that like that. That right there. Good. And let's see. Good. And then this one over here on the left. Okay. Great, and we'll use a single. Anti-personnel advanced microgun. I'll take it. And the money. A lot of money. Okay. Sure. Good. Bathroom area. Showers. Okay. Cool. More meds. So the listening device is right there. Which I think this actually is where I want to be, no? Let's see. Are we in her bedroom now? Yeah, we are. Okay. Sure. Planter.
Paging detected. Patching in playback.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Cameron!
Are you alright, Ambassador?
It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again. Which means you and I are stuck in this colonial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a C, right? But what if? What if one opened up? Elias's heart in what it used to be.
Oh my god.
Not like anyone would miss him.
Eva, I think it's time to get some sleep.
Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Typical Freestar collective. Okay. Let's see. Over here. I never knew she was so fucking bloodthirsty for advancement. Okay. Am I still trespassing? I might be. Oh yeah, definitely don't want to go in through here. I know that room. Here we go. They're none the wiser. Alright, let's get Simeon back with us. How did we not end up accessing that? Right? We didn't even get to see it. Let's get moving.
I'm right on your heels.
Yeah, I wonder where this pops out to. Okay, over here. Maybe into the actual archive area, right? Okay, Radcliff?
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives.
I know you have a plan to replace someone on the Council of Governors.
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's evidence. I imagine bad things would happen if your bosses found out. The UC is more powerful than you can imagine. We know all your secrets. Don't play dumb, Ambassador. It's embarrassing. I like 2 and 3. The UC is more powerful than you can imagine. We know all your secrets.
No. If the council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no? So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives.
You got yourself a deal. Fine, but I want you to beg me not to turn you in. Whew. You call that a negotiation? Without even offering me a gift? Let's be snooty and shitty. You call that a negotiation without even offering me a gift?
But where are my manners? Here, my pistol. Laredo. Custom made. Now, with my error rectified, I presume we have a deal?
It's called Ambassador. Okay. Fine, but I want you to beg me not to turn you in.
You're joking, right?
I'm absolutely not joking. I want tears. Here, I can get you started. Pretty please don't tell my bosses I was planning to double-cross them. Not just that, but kill. Yep, just a little joke between new, trusted friends. I'm absolutely not joking. I want tears.
You want... Okay. Please. I spoke hastily. And I know you, my dear, dear friend, wouldn't want to let anything get in the way of the two of us and our factions working together. And isn't that ultimately what this is all about? In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those 2 items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
I can agree to those terms. That plus my negotiation fee seems like it should all work out just great. Pass. You're in no position to bargain right now. That plus my negotiation fee.
What on earth are you... Ah, yes. How could I forget? Here, the fee.
Oh my god,
now
this game fucking rocks.
You can be on your way.
Holy shit, we got a gun and 7,000 credits? Holy shit. I should have just asked for her fucking clothes too. Yeah, I want the suit off your fucking back as well. This is a far cry from how it went the last time, where I was the one literally begging, right?
Tell me it should only take a moment. And there.
I bet we could have also used our social, right?
Here you go.
From our neural implant,
that'll be
our
enough
perk.
To maintain your discretion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ambassador Radcliff.
I'm not in your way, am I? Good.
Oh yeah, and look at that. Direct link. Okay. Fantastic. That went exceedingly differently. Anything else with Cameron?
Glad to see the UC knows talent when they see it.
I hope he shows up again. God, maybe they'll both show up at some point and be fucking pissed. Man, I forgot you could do that. Oh, look at this fucking thing here. It's a U and a C, right? that's all it is. Okay. Sure. Let's get out of here. Great. And then, I guess we'll head on over to the Varun Embassy, right? Is that what we need to do? Yep. Acquire House of Rune's archival code, which is a little bit more involved if I remember correctly. And like I said, unfortunately for this video, we got cut a little bit short. My apologies. Not too much I could have done about getting... Look, the reasons for which I went overboard with recording the Baldur's Gate 3 and the IRL video for today, I feel like they're decent enough reasons, right? Apologies. All right. When next we return, we will go check out House of Rune's embassy once more. Will we get some different amount of reactivity there? I don't know. I'm very curious about that because it was decently straightforward once we had arrived there, right? You shoot your way through and then you chat with the dude at the end. Maybe we passed a persuasion check there as well. I don't remember. I think he just gave us whatever it was, right? What I'm also curious about is if you do the House of Varun quest arc, would there be reactivity there? I can't imagine, right? Probably for having Great Serpent, what do you call it? I love the Great Serpent trait, you know, but not for, there's probably not anything retroactive for having done House of Varun quests and then coming back. No? I don't know. All right, until next time, please take care of each other.